My puns have this awful effect on people, mainly because they're fucking
nerd.
trash.
It's right there.
Alright. So, last left off where you'd helped a man named Fletch Rotheim acquire a new body, and also had acquired the artifact that Gadron had originally arrived in interest for. You know, it's come to understand some use of it, or at least what seems to be some use of it, and had gained somewhat of a vision and direction of where to go next. And so you headed back to the town of Hook in the seaside, and the Hakudo Inn, and decided to settle in for the night, especially since it was settling a little later in a seaside port town, especially on high trade. The innkeeper had mentioned that there had been a fair amount of thugs, especially on the docks area where the King Crab Inn is. Soul is off talking to everyone for the time being about his amazing abs and how he got them over 1,000 lifetimes.
You must work every square inch of your body for at least 100 years. To change it up is to err on the side of death.
This early in the morning, and the sun is cresting over the ocean. Whichever you plan on doing or heading to. Some of you have headway and also the name of Flora, and some insight of to where she may be.
Probably, have breakfast and wait for everyone to get up.
I was sitting here the entire night anyway. I mean, if they'd let me, I think they'd probably make me buy a room for at least a couple of hours.
They put like a sheet over your top half.
No, they take you to the kitchen and then they just plug you into the furnace.
I do not have an adapter for this for an outlet.
Then we'll make one.
No, not again.
Not again.
I am not Czechoslovakian compatible.
This is some weird taste in water. I don't like it.
Well.
More than likely, Pandora either spent a little while eating or thinking. She'll probably come out of her room looking a little bit still tired, sort of thing. Like she didn't get much sleep.
Pseudo's waiting at the door like a dog to go out.
Hey! Don't look at me!
He's fast!
He's fast!
He's fast.
Does your master gotta walk you or something?
No. Did you ever watch that? Did you ever see?
Go get the leash.
Oh Jesus!
Oh no!
Oh, okay. He's going. It's like no. You ever see that?
Oh
like,
my!
You ever see that?
Oh my!
That One Punch strength test where he's just going back and forth really fast. That's exactly what's happening right now. Just. Yeah. Yeah.
You're supervising the test, making sure he doesn't fail.
Mm-hmm.
Of course.
These guys also looking at my brisk muscles as I do this.
He's making you bothered.
Oh my!
Oh my god!
Oh my god!
They're eating him, then they're gonna eat me.
Oh my god.
Uncle Steve.
What was my red bar again? I remember on Tyrion it was my pun bar, but...
It's your Scion bar.
Oh yeah, there we go, okay. Have my PowerPoint's gone up at all?
I want to listen at this door.
Go ahead and roll perception.
Oh man, you're letting me do it.
Yeah.
I mean, doesn't mean you learn anything
bonus.
useful. This ain't a point and click game. You get feedback when you do anything.
No.
Alright.
Josh, I have a passive of 19. Fuck you.
You hear the door creak and the
Yes.
clink of the kitchen distracts you with all the different foods being made.
Perfect.
But
And this door?
you can actually hear. Roll another perception if you like. Go ahead. I'm not stopping you.
I'm having a lot of fun. Oh shit! I didn't type in 1D. Please
Quit
no.
slapping now.
Uh,
You actually hear someone snoring on the other side of the door.
all right, we out.
What were you doing?
Listening.
We must make haste.
Behavior is awfully suspicious.
I do not know what has gotten into my apprentice.
It's a little bit mad.
Oh,
Maybe he had a little much to drink.
Is Padme nearby?
oh my god. So, as you hear Gadrin come glunting down the hall, he
Stupid system.
when he passes by Pandora, he kind of gives her kind of an up nod.
Who's this now? Sorry.
Gadrin, the dwarf.
Oh yeah, okay.
Dwarf
Pandora
Fortress.
will just more or less give like a curt wave. She's clearly got a bit of a headache.
Can't handle this.
Not
much.
you. Dwarf Fortress. No, you can't. She sorry, go on.
I should introduce you to someone named Ernest. He'll teach you how to drink.
It's not the drinking that's giving me the headache. It's the bed. She thinks for a moment and then explains. I haven't slept in a bed for 10 years.
What are you doing then? Oh, never mind. I saw you sleeping on stone, right?
We snakes prefer to bathe on the rocks for our heat. We don't tend to gain our own from sleeping in mattresses and beds like you do.
Oh,
I'm just much more naturally. I think my bones are just a bit weary from all that time.
if it's heat, yeah, I would suggest go sitting by the fireplace.
You'd be surprised how poorly that can come out.
Oh no. Are you seriously looking in there?
Huh? No, don't look at me.
What?
No, don't look at me. He sounds guilty. We should try him.
So, you want to know what's going on in there?
Absolutely not.
What's going on and where?
One of the rooms.
No, I do not want to know in there.
Here, let me send my.
I was dragging my
I'm curious.
token around, like, because it, like, the way the light works, it just kind of shows you everything.
Yeah?
There's
And I was
nothing
like,
going
oh,
on there.
there's a person in there,
Yeah.
and then I
There's
dropped
nothing.
it, and I was like, oh, I'm fucking over here, great. But there is a person in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, they're
I-
probably just sleeping.
Kind of racist. Hold on, I gotta zoom in.
Would you like a perception to know?
No, I do not.
Come on.
No.
No, come on.
No.
Roll
No.
perception. Roll perception.
No. Fine, Josh.
Do it.
Do it. Come on.
Do it.
Do it, you pussy.
I will roll perception.
I got it. Don't worry.
Yes.
All right.
Don't
Oh
worry.
boy.
So you definitely know that's a halfling.
Okay.
Well done.
He's
All right.
The
I thought,
anaconda is
I
peeking
thought
in.
this was gonna be worse, but
he's counting gold coins in a bag.
oh, okay.
Why is there a chair on his other bed?
That's not
What?
fair.
I don't think that's a chair. I think that's like a backpack.
Yeah, it's his pack.
Oh, it
It's
looked
like
like
a
a chair.
Oh, this is a hallway over here. Okay.
Yeah.
I was wondering what that was.
There's the
Alright,
nice,
my anaconda returns.
the nice rooms are on the
Hey.
left. The
Yeah,
crap
it
rooms
does.
are on the right.
Did it want none? Since they had no buns over there.
Oh my god.
Oh, oh no. That's better.
Well,
Mm.
well, out to you, Iron Man.
I am fine. Do they have a bookstore here?
I am Iron Man.
It's of my opinion that a robot that's animated that can't do anything would probably be very bored and depressed.
You know, I think that's the general description of any robot
I'm
with
just,
sentience.
I'm just more surprised you didn't follow on. Did you just assume my gender thing?
That comes later.
No.
I'm waiting for the right moment.
So, he's sitting there like, oh,
Yuno's standing by the door and waiting impatiently.
oh, yeah. He pats you on the shoulder like, come on. It seems like she's got something to say, and I don't exactly want to make that one mad. I think there's a scroll store or something in the town.
Excellent.
You seem like you have a goal in sight, lass.
Yes, I did. I did get a lead last night, so we're off to find our runaway.
I don't know what kind of runaway it is on that aspect, but I guess I'll just follow suit for now.
It'll be fine if you see it to believe it.
He kind of grimaces when you say that, like, not sure I want to see any more stuff. Alright.
Can we skip like this part? Because I felt like right when you said that, I felt like a Wizard of Oz thing going on.
What do you mean?
I don't know. I felt like a weird Wizard of Oz vibe out of it.
Are all of the rest of you coming?
And when I mean
Soul.
skip, I mean like physically skip. Like
Oh, Skip.
I know Soul is showing off his packs.
I need to show off these 1,000 lifetimes experience handed down. of
We
these
need to
perfect
make sure everybody in this tavern knows that we have the best pectoral muscles in the galaxy.
and
Just
these
fucking
abs.
galaxy.
he's
Tell
just
me
like,
more.
He's pretty confident.
wait a minute. I don't think we can go.
No,
It's okay, Pseudo. There's a Mr. Universe competition today, and Soul mentioned he wanted to participate.
not even the creepy Fletch could compare to these abs.
I'm gonna get tilted before combat happens.
We're already tilted.
Oh god.
So I'm leading them towards the inn, and on the way, I just inform them to keep an eye out for someone named Flora. And I give the description that I got from the innkeeper.
Alright.
It's a woman.
Woman with a small shawl covering over most of her face, a strange-looking lute, and then a cape covering over most of her body.
Mm-hmm.
Generally, keeping an eye on everything.
If I see her, do I murder her?
Well, I'm sure she won't get far if she tries to run, but that is the goal.
Noted.
So let me get everyone posted up real quick.
We aren't moving. Something's wrong. We're caught in a space-time loop. It's Groundhog Day.
Ah!
Alright, guys, everybody back in your first places. We gotta do it again.
Everybody. Oh no, I couldn't rotate myself in time. Oh, darkness. Oh, okay, there we go. I found myself.
You there! Check out that noise!
There we go.
Very long map. Oh, there we go.
Man, it seems like this is pure madness.
One of these days, you're going to get killed for those puns.
You don't know where I live.
You don't know my experience.
You don't know that I jerk off to little babies.
Oh,
Whoa.
whoa.
Jesus
Whoa.
Christ.
Shit. 0 to 1 billion.
Yeah, excuse me. I think you just burned your fate point.
I didn't burn any faint points, baby. Oh god, is that bagpipes?
So as you
No.
Thank God I've muted everything. Hold on, let me get this in.
As you approach and more of the fishermen and townsfolk point you in the right direction, you finally see the inn come into sight across the pier. It is very regal looking, the rooftops very fine clay, embellished with many different elegant designs across the entire top. One crab with a almost emperor's crown sitting on top of the front doorway.
That image scares the shit out of me.
Which
It's
image?
just-
Just low light at the moment?
There's
It's-
something so weird.
Oh,
It's
let
it's
me-
from a prestige class in 3.5 or 3rd edition, whatever.
I mean, I've looked enough 3.5 to recognize it's from that. I didn't really remember. It's just that image it's one of like the 3 and 3.5. It gets me every time. It's just like she has like this slanted back. She's holding out a stick with a book on it. She has like an urn of scrolls on her back. She has the world's worst hairstyle.
She's going for the Abe from Abe's Odyssey look, clearly.
That is true.
I'm just increasing everyone's light real quick.
Yeah,
I was about to say, is it the evening?
Like,
Is it
Jesus
night?
Christ.
Maybe it's just foggy from the...
I was like, I didn't know I was this blind.
There's no tsunamis yet.
Hey, there we go.
Even if it was a tsunami, I
That
wouldn't
worries me.
care.
You can hear on the ship here, even though you can't see on top of the deck, plenty of music being played, people laughing, just cheering at each other. You can actually hear what swords. It sounds like swords clashing, almost like there's someone fighting or sparring on the boat. Meanwhile, you can hear a good amount of music from the inn itself. As I was saying, the very regal crab statue sits on top of the inn with a small emperor's crown.
Is this an inn that doesn't like foreigners?
Yes, but it's very odd for what you're seeing right now. It's very unusual.
Okay.
You can see there's further down the pier a large amount of merchandise set down on the dock's end, and it look unsavory, but it seems peaceful for now.
Okay.
With the approaches.
Who approaches?
The door is obviously open.
Locked.
Open for you to come in.
Yo, this bitch is just begging to get the dick.
Excuse me.
Oh
Excuse me. That is incredibly presumptuous.
Look at her.
Let me look at that. Wait, which one? Okay, you know, honestly, I was incorrect. You are right.
Yeah, let me zoom in a bit.
So,
Oh, hold on. I know who exactly wants the dick in here. It's over here.
No, it's this. It's this right here.
Oh, okay. All right,
Like,
we got that. We got this out of the way, Josh. Go ahead and do this.
Alright, so as you walk in, it was told to you to be usually exclusively to the people of the land itself, just being very regal. Though you see a strange mix of foreigners in here today, which is highly irregular, but at the same time, to this presumption between the amount of money flowing from many of the patrons' pockets here and some of the different wares that were being brought in and the excessive amounts of crates and barrels left on the dock here outside the inn, as well as seeing what looks like one of the governor's hands personally here sitting alongside. He's noticed the bird. Yes. So, I'm sorry, he's killing me with it.
I know.
You actually see what looks like one of the governor's hands is here enjoying the festivities with the large quantities of gold, money, and goods being spent and paid here. It's very obvious that whoever owns the ship paid off to be permitted to dock here and enjoy the inn for a brief period of time. You can see that there's been quite the fair share of food and wine and drink and consumed, used, and eaten. Some spilled on the floor. Many of the servants, though very oriental and originating to Menkaya, they are also rushing around but still very happy, and you can see that even their purses for money are very, very heavy with coin from the amount of tips that they've been receiving from these people at the King Crab Inn.
So, kind of as we're on, before we actually enter in, I would say to them, seems like a rough crowd. Mind your tongue. We don't want to start anything until we find Flora. Keep your eyes and ears peeled, and don't let her escape.
I have neither of those.
I don't correct Paracelsus.
But when you walk in, you could definitely tell that the older gentleman with what's obviously a whore is
just the plenality.
It is definitely one of the higher ups of the town here.
Even though I give him like a dirty look, like a priestess would give a dirty old man.
Older gentleman. Oh, oh.
You want to study my spell book?
No.
This one right here is suggestion. You want me to cast it on you?
I heard ladies are into that kind of thing.
Please stop, you already paid me. No,
I
like it like this.
I'm gonna guess Gadrin is having a mild aneurysm, being so close to the water,
Yes.
which is the dwarves' only weakness.
He's not entirely sure, but you could still tell that he's a little excited for the crowd, but he doesn't really like walking out onto the docks. I thought I was done with traveling over the waters.
Don't think too hard about it, Gadrin. I'm sure this will be over before we know it.
I hope.
I'm gonna guess Pseudo and I are gonna be like on lookout.
Seems like a good idea. I'll approach the innkeeper here,
I'll follow.
give him a respectful bow, and ask him if he is in fact the innkeeper.
So, you approach the barman. He waves to you. He's like, "Good evening. You don't seem like you're from the ship, and I'm not the innkeeper. My lord over there, CAP, is obviously enjoying some of the patrons' generosity of being allowed to dock here, but I don't think it would be good to bother disturbing him unless absolutely necessary for the moment. I could try and help you with anything.
That guy?
No, the governor's hand. He owns...
Him?
Yep,
Oh,
he owns
The older gentleman with obviously a whore.
Yeah.
I was merely looking for whoever runs the inn, such as someone who would keep track of the comings and goings. Is that yourself?
I keep a good amount of track of them, but right now, when my lord's in the inn himself, he usually keeps the books on him. He doesn't really like leaving it out of sight when he's here. He's worried about everyone tampering with it. He's very, very paranoid man.
He seems to have other matters on his mind currently, but that's neither here nor there. I'm looking for a woman. Her name is Flora. She wears a shawl over her face. And, I give him the rest of the description I got.
He nods. He's like, yes, I saw her here yesterday. I know she left for a brief time after talking with the very colorful Tengu over there at the table.
So she's not here currently, as far as you know.
I haven't seen her come back in, no.
Very well. What is with this Tengu there? Do you know him?
He's the captain of the ship that's currently docked outside. He's been... he's been very, very generous with the goods that he's been trading to us, and even providing... interested in him. So, just a moment.
Kidding, don't. Just keep going, ignore my anaconda.
Yes. He's he kind of leans in and kind of just whispers, he's not a very savory fellow from what I could tell, but he obviously paid a good amount of coin for our lord to allow him to stay here with his patrons. They've been here for a little while. I think their money might be running low soon, so hopefully
very well.
They won't be here longer.
Thank you for the information. I'll give him another, slight bow, and then start making my way over to Birdman.
All right.
I want it. Say it.
Oh,
say
I got
it.
a credit. Birdman's got a really nice cape.
Dude,
He does. It's fucking
he was
fantastic.
always a stylish person.
All right.
Like a solid 10 out of 10. I would wear that cape just to college. That's good.
If you're important, you better dress important.
So, when you approach the Tengu, you could see the small, overly dressed bird as well on the table. There's a small jacket and a mini rapier and hat for himself as well.
It just must be like...
Wow.
This is just...
I'll resize it so you can see.
Sharon's.
Oh my god.
That is adorable! Oh my god, he even has a coat of arms.
First meet Seagull.
Oh god. Alright. So when you approach, you can. Oh god, I can't actually get to resize. There we go. You can see it kind of like hop around, trying to be menacing and puffing its chest out and chirping at you as you get close. And the captain looks up at you.
I'll give him a slight bow and say, "Greetings, foreigner. May I have a word?"
For such a pretty face, of course. My name is Tinson, and
I thought you were going to say Ralkin.
no,
J.R.R. Rolkin.
Ralkin. And you might be.
I am Yuno of the Legion of the Grey.
What brings you here?
I'm looking for someone, a runaway. A woman by the name of Philora. The kind and generous barkeep over there informed me that she was last seen talking to you, and it's really imperative that I find her with all due haste.
He crosses his leg, kind of sits there, and gives you a good look up and down between your scythe and your full attire. Bring her back, you say?
Mm-hmm. It's a dangerous land, and we have traveled far. It's imperative that we find her.
He's sitting there, kind of rocking back and forth, thinking, like, still, obviously, just very, very thoroughly looking you up and down. Oh, fucking god. Alright. So, as he's sitting there, he's like, so what was she running away from? So,
I'm not quite sure. She seemed, we were merely, well, I myself am merely concerned, but we were hired to find her.
I could definitely say I've talked to the lass. She seemed very content on leaving this land.
Yes. As the young folk are sometimes tend to do.
Well, I can't say I'll give her to you, but I can definitely say I know she went into the town with a few of my sailing compatriots.
Give her? Do you own her now?
No, but she intended to come with me and leave on my next expedition. She's very skilled with music and was making everyone so very happy. I figured it'd be nice to have some entertainment along the way.
Ah. Well, I regret to inform you that we were hired to retrieve her, but perhaps I can arrange for someone else skilled in music as a replacement, as a courtesy to you. Captain, is it?
Yes. Captain Season. I don't know, everyone seems very set on keeping her and whenever she returns back to us. I've been enjoying my fair share of drink, so I'm not sure where they may be right now.
I didn't catch the last part, what?
I've been enjoying my fair share of drink. I'm not entirely sure where they may be right now.
What do your sailors go into town for usually? Supplies?
Supplies, spending of money, enhancement of equipment. and other personal favors that they can't always find here.
Okay. Well, I will go and seek her out. Her family is very worried about her. I thank you for the information.
And he nods. You can tell, like, he's a very, very stubborn Tengu.
Mm-hmm.
But if you go ahead and roll me an insight.
Oh, an insight, okay.
So, you get the feeling that he probably knows exactly where she is. That he's just kind of sleight of hand trying to brush you off so he can keep enjoying his drink, and also just try and probably keep a good musician in his.
Yeah. So, upon kind of seeing that, I'll say, listen here, if there's any way you could make this easier on us, her family is very wealthy. I'd be willing to give you part of the bounty.
He mulls it over for a moment, takes a very long drink. Oh. He kind of brushes along his beak, kind of flicks a few fingers pointing to you. Would it be enough to satisfy the entirety of my crew and not just me, so they're not stuck sitting here in port?
Would I know, like, how much that is? Like, in gold? That's very vague.
Yeah, you've been seeing, like, the amount of, like, silk, fish, like, the whole thing, wine, gold, silver, even some gemstones here and there from even, like, the gnome who's got, like, 3 tankards of beer just dancing around at a table. And that there's probably no way, unless you had, like, probably a lordship's blessing of gold or money to carry them over, because that the galleon alone outside, you could assume that the crew would be massive.
Perhaps not that rich, but I was merely going to just be paying you. Surely that's worth something. You make the decisions. Your crew has to listen to you. They'll go with what you say.
Oh. And
I'll pull out a gold coin for, just kind of playing with it in my hand. See if it catches his eye at all.
You see that typical Tengu gleam in his eye. Bless you. Bless you again.
Fuck you.
Jeez.
Damn.
Gosh. Somebody needs a chill pill.
I'm used to it. Fucking. So he eyes it. You can tell he no matter how the amount he usually would want it, but he kind of quickly snaps for it. He's like, "What? Just me? Not even my friend here?" And he points to his small bird.
Oh, I'm sure something could be arranged. After all, we'd want to keep his lips sealed, wouldn't we? And I'll give him like a wink, but obviously in my head I'm like, this guy is so fucking stupid.
He
Driving a hard bargain.
he stands up and he's in there like, well, you could pay him, but maybe sweeten the deal for me. And he kind of runs a hand over your hip.
Oh my god.
He's. Oh
I-
boy.
I'm a priestess of this land. Perhaps you're not familiar with its ways. And I'll slap his little feather away from my hip. I say, you may not know it, but you do. You insult my honor greatly.
He chuckles and picks up his drink again. Oh, chaste. Usually priestesses are always the most fun.
Maybe in the land you come from.
At this point, I'll just sort of move Pandora in a little bit so she can just peek on the action.
Alright. Yeah, you probably caught just the tail end of her slapping his hand away.
So yeah, you can just sort of see this. I'm gonna guess this Tengu guy can just see this gigantic like snake woman just leer in, and then just sort of watching the conversation now.
Well, my lady, I suppose you might want to come up with enough money to buy both our lips being sealed shut, but for now I think I'll continue and enjoy the festivities before leaving tomorrow.
So you won't help me then? I have to retrieve her to get the money.
Well, you already know where she is, if it's not that far.
Wait, he's told me where she is?
He's told you the general location.
I mean,
but he hasn't told you
that's
specifically.
really big. I feel like we're gonna miss her though. But okay. I mean, if he just goes back to his drink, I'll give him a slight, well, I probably don't bow to him this time. He's a creep.
Everyone could see very clearly the whole way out. He's staring at Yuno's ass.
Just has like a very frustrated look on her face to everyone as she's walking. And she kind of, maybe she motions for like everyone to come out.
Pandora will sort of, like, the,
Oh my god.
Oh no!
I'm fast.
Oh, he's fast. Fucking god.
It's like an episode of Naruto. We gotta just like go
Next time
pointlessly fast around each other.
Oh my god! I was gonna say, if
Should have just eaten this bird.
if the snake
Oh,
stays there, he's either gonna, he's gonna do something to your snake.
it's not like he can actually harm a spirit.
Oh yes, he can.
Oh.
He can.
The snake.
Well,
the snake
if it takes harm, it just dissipates.
Yep.
Yeah.
Who's gonna encapsulate the spirit and sell it off at a high price?
So is the snake staying there?
Do it, yeah.
You know what?
You
Fuck it. Why not? Yeah, the
Alright.
snake will just look at the bird, but only to the bird. Not the Tengu, but just to the bird. And whispers in tongues that none but the bird can understand.
Alright. So as he sees like his bird kind of chirping and freaking out as the snake's whispering to it, he draws his rapier and goes to cut the head off of your snake.
As that happens, Pandora sort of intervenes. And then, whoop.
After that, and he sees the snake slither back to you, he kind of points the sword and like squints his eye. And then just kind of like slow draws it across his neck.
Wow.
The snake will sort of mimic the motion with its tail.
So
I'm sorry, my anaconda mimics the action using its tail.
Yeah, I didn't get the proper type of snake from that. Thank you for correcting.
It,
Could
yeah,
have been
no,
any of your snakes.
I only have one.
That's the joke.
I
It was funny.
just need to use the proper name for my anaconda. My anaconda wants buns, huh?
So,
Gedron's still in the bar. Is he getting drunk?
It doesn't
Yeah.
matter.
he's
He'll teleport with us.
yeah, he's getting pretty sluggered. He hasn't actually really noticed what's going on. He's actually kind of laughing with what's going on.
Dwarves.
Well, I'll kind of get everyone out of earshot of like the tavern there.
All right.
Move everyone back a bit and say, well, I found out Felor's in town with some of the sailors, but this bird has hired her for some reasons and insists on not letting us have her. Since he's being so stubborn, someone or a couple someones will have to stay here and watch in case she returns while the rest of us go into town to look for her.
Me and Paracelsus should probably stay here while the rest of you go and find the girl. Paracelsus is one of those who will never sleep, and I myself could intimidate the girl into not leaving.
Very well. I wish we had a way of communicating at long distances.
Do you have an iPhone?
What is an iPhone?
I bought it from Apple in my home country.
You bought it from an Apple in your... I'm sorry, what?
Oh, he pulls out a broken piece of glass. It looks like I dropped it too many times. Oh well. Throws it into the water.
It explodes violently.
Oh,
No, that's the Note 7. That's my
Yeah,
other
say-
phone.
I thought these could bend.
Pandora sort of half looks at my anaconda. And
Is it pronounced like
Good
I
name.
said it was?
yeah, look at it's been written in chat long enough. It's my anaconda.
Yeah, okay, good. Excellent. You actually took the name?
What
yeah,
is
I'm not kidding.
what is the
My
range on yours?
Yeah, what is the
Familiar.
range on Speaker's spirits?
I think you could summon it in a range, but it's just there isn't any real distance it can't go.
Probably a
Like,
smart
I know,
idea.
I know conjuring creatures is usually odd like that, but for something like this, it doesn't stipulate how far the creature can be from you before dissipating. So
I guess we can say it has
I would
a
imagine-
varying amount.
Yeah,
I'd say it's probably a fair bit of range so long as Pandora is alive.
I would say probably a mile, because there's
That's
a lot.
probably pretty fair.
Yeah, because there's a lot of magic items I know that could be summoned from a mile away. So
Perhaps your familiar could come with us, and if Felora shows up here, you could have it, start making its way back, and we could follow it. Wait, can it actually talk? I don't remember.
Oh boy, here we go.
she
I'm
would
trying
know
to-
its knowledge.
Pandora sort of half clears her throat and looks towards my anaconda as it looks up to you know. Of course, I speak.
No.
I can commune between us and my lady.
Very well.
Oh my god.
It's
Does
fucking
anyone-
Orochimaru.
Does anyone have any objections to this plan?
I only have one. In order for my voice to be heard, I need a subject to keep myself on. The ground is too risky for my form. So it sort of needs someone to... and my anaconda needs to be on someone's like neck or on their arm or on their wrist. So it looks towards Pseudo.
I've heard
Last
Pseudo.
time I was on your neck, it could be quite comfortable for me.
Pseudo-kun, do you think you could do this for us?
I could do it. Don't get in the way of the headband, though.
Of course not.
It might also get a little bit breezy. I don't know how you feel about that.
I'm fine with it, Pseudo. There's no need to worry.
The mention of the breeze flutters
Causes
the
the
headband
breeze.
a little bit. Just a little bit.
I think it
I'm
defines
sure that's the
you.
breeze.
Hey, there's a
I-
specific kind of breeze for this headband.
I also turn back to the two that are staying and say, if you could make sure Gadrin doesn't say anything that causes trouble, I would appreciate it.
At that, you can actually hear him laughing inside. He seems to be talking to the man more covered in gold. And even the barkeep is getting a good laugh.
Oh, that's what happened.
What?
Oh. It made someone disconnect. Pandora stares so hard that it breaks the fourth wall.
Well,
But no, she gives a very harsh, icy gaze to Gadrin. One that's pretty spooktastic.
Let me roll his perception to see if he catches the tail end of this, because I'm pretty sure first I need to, let's see, where is it? Alright.
first time for everything, eh?
I don't think he'll even notice this, but alright. Oh no.
Oh.
He,
Yes.
he turns around and sees like Pandora staring daggers, and she's like, what? He just like looks at you like, what the fuck did I do?
She sort of mentions she sort of like taps her nose or something to indicate don't drink too much.
He rolls his eyes like kind of like, okay.
Pandora then sort of shifts to to sort of just hang out by the door. She sort of seems to be enjoying the ocean.
I wish I had
Anaconda.
my iPhone.
Didn't you just throw that device into the water? Couldn't you just go and retrieve it? Is it a
They
magical
break.
item?
They break if you drop them too much. I sat on it.
Oh, very
Wait.
disappointing item then.
Oh my god.
Flex ears.
Notice me. Kaede and fucking Pseudo. You're gonna have a notice me senpai competition.
Notice me, senpai. Notice me.
Notice me.
Oh my god. Alright. So, let's see.
My Anaconda is going with Pseudo, and Pseudo's going with Yuno, and Kaede is going with Yuno. Paracelsus and Pandora are staying behind with Gadrin.
Alright.
I think that's the general breakup, yeah.
While Gadrin gets drunk, I sit on
Well, no,
the dock.
Pandora's making sure. She's sort of keeping an eye on him.
Alright.
Oh no.
Oh, hey,
Oh,
we're back
no.
in town.
A lonely baker. You
Oh
better
man,
kill
the
him
statue in the
first.
middle loaded before the stand for it, so it just looked like a giant golem.
I have attained my final form.
I am Voltron 3.
Oh, I remember this page.
The cube.
The very specific page.
cube.
If I remember right up here.
You didn't warble your voice hard enough.
Right
It's
here.
very hard to do a low voice and warble
Yeah.
at the same time, unless I'm doing like
I wanna
Scar's voice.
spin.
Like I have to really summon the powers of Jeremy Irons to sort of do that.
Oh, God damn it, it turned red.
So, you didn't put too many tokens on. I kind of kept this one the same, but you could tell there's definitely
What the
been...
fuck are you doing to this poor lady?
No, don't look.
Don't look.
Don't look.
I'm very disturbed figure
Alright,
out what
now.
the fuck you're doing right now.
I was doing the first day. I mean, she's got like cleavage that begs for it, dude. Wait, there's cards.
Jesus Christ.
Sorry.
Someone pulled out the cards.
Stop
so-
playing blackjack.
You can definitely tell that there's a lot more product, material, and other items, especially from the galleon that was docked on the shipyard outside the King Crab. It looks like a very prosperous time for these people, even though the captain seemed unsavory. At least it appeared to be beneficial to the town, especially for the amount of items that they brought in. You can kind of get the feeling that you could probably find out more and more just asking around certain shops. So, anyway.
Yeah, I'll definitely start asking around, directing my questions mostly about the sailors, but also mentioning the woman. And just, okay, you know where they went?
So, anyone who wants to roll a streetwise and perception.
I don't think a snake can do that because he doesn't actually have any rolls. But that's fine. I'll just go by pseudos.
He would actually go by yours. He's connected with your spirit.
Okay, so let me just give him some stats
This,
because he needs some.
my anaconda is as streetwise as I am. It's been up the block and back just as much as you or I.
Oh, my streetwise is
No,
so good.
streetwise.
My streetwise is fucking 1.
Yeah, same.
Streetwise, I have to
Let's
get.
roll them, baby.
I have to get my downloads.
Oh my!
Oh,
Oh,
hold on. Let me get this. I got you. Are you ready for this natural fucking 20?
I don't have a full sheet. I don't.
Oh
I
my
think
God.
someone like you would be more accustomed to a place like this than I would be.
You would think.
But you'd be wrong.
But you're wrong.
Josh, I don't think you gave me Pandora's level 4 sheet.
did I not? I swear.
I think you may have given it to Rosie, not me.
Yeah, because you were at his house at the time. Okay.
That's gonna be fun.
Is?
I'll just go by the level 3 sheet for now, don't worry about it.
Triggered.
Just add 1 to whatever you have on that because you still get +1 for the half level. So
Okay.
whatever it says, then +1 to that.
Streetwise.
It's probably on your laptop, dude.
Oh, well, that's a nice roll.
All right.
On a streetwise.
So even
Yeah, it'll be on your laptop, because...
I guess. I'd have to go. No, it wouldn't be because we put it on Discord or on Skype, and it's on neither of those. So.
Yeah, well, you could probably go find it.
Anyway, moving on.
I assume yours was perception.
Yes.
So.
My anaconda's going off streetwise.
Yeah.
Wait,
So,
we could've... Fuck.
I said perception or street.
Yeah, I totally missed that part.
It's good though because manages to spot what seems like a music shop, different minstrels and such further up north. A half elf playing on a harp, and obviously with a much bigger smile than before when you were first time in this town. She occasionally stops and keeps trying to sell more and more musical instruments. After you approach, you could actually see Pandora's snake kind of pipe in, and usually this would disturb people, but especially from the more rough class of sailor that's been going through the town today, it doesn't seem to have even fazed her, and she actually seems more ecstatic that there's more of a strange customer coming to her, and ends up having a small conversation that a younger woman with a more rougher looking brigandine crew came by and spent a hefty amount of gold for her to get a very nicely made lute and a few other bits and bobs here, and even some extra strings and such, and bought out also a very nicely made violin from her as well. So it's very obvious that she's made quite a nice amount of money and coin from them. There was also a few others who would come by and bought like little small musical pieces, just like very small guitars or even harmonicas and such. And there's even a few flutes missing as well.
My anaconda turns to Pseudo.
It's human nature not to realize the true value of something unless they lose it.
Stop.
Does Pseudo say that to the snakes?
No, the snake's saying that to Pseudo.
No, that's
Oh
not
my
part.
god. Oh
Pseudo
my
said
god.
Ah,
Stop. Just hold
Stop
this.
with what? I don't know.
Just hold the snake mouth closed for like shh.
Why? I don't know what's wrong. I'm being...
No.
Shh.
He's tilted.
Shh. It's okay. I'm gonna snake our way over here.
Snake away.
Snaking my way downtown.
So
did you see which way they went?
she smells like oh yes, of course, they were headed towards the blacksmith north side of town. She points you. I assume you head on over.
About how long ago?
I would say probably 2-3 hours ago. And she kind of looks up at the sun like, yeah, that seems about right.
Probably long gone, but I guess we should go and check.
So
Yes.
when you approach this shop, it looks a little irregular. Everything's a little more nicely made and fancier. It's not many of the weapons are rough. It seems that the more elegant type of weapons are the only ones left over there. Anything else that you would typically see, like just shoddily made or just low quality iron harpoons and such, have been bought out. Other fishing supplies, some nets and such forth. You can actually see even some different mallets and other items that are regular made there are all but gone. Just very, very, very few things other than pretty much a few spears and short swords and such. You can actually see a very, very stout-looking young woman there. Though skinny, you could tell she has a very strong arm from the way she was pounding the metal and the sparks were flying. She handles the tang of the blade of heated metal extremely easily. You can feel the immense heat from this building as you go in. And she looks up like, oh, more customers of the day. May I help you?
You look like you filled quite a big order recently.
Yes, the captain of the galleon, the Sweet May, actually had quite a few custom orders put in yesterday. They came in and picked them up.
He himself?
Yes, him and quite a number of his crew. They seemed very, very jovial today, as opposed to when they first came in. They were very, very bitter, but after seeing the craftsman that I was with much of the metal and other specialty requests, the very, very big half-ogre, he was quite the brute.
Did you see which way they went? I assume maybe back to their ship with the goods?
Oh yes, they took all the crates and weapons and loaded them up and headed back to the port. You probably didn't miss them by much. They were probably here a few minutes ago.
Oh, they'll be moving slowly with those crates. I turn to the party and just give them a look and be like, well, thank you. And your work is exquisite. And, I'll bow and make my leave.
Thank you. And she can always come back if you need anything made. And with that, you can see that there was no real horse wagon or track marks, but the mention of the half ogre, you assume he was probably carrying most of it.
Oh yeah, I didn't think about that.
It was probably even like a fucking Oni, and she didn't even know.
Probably, maybe.
And,
They're pretty well known in these lands.
Does it have an Oni-chan?
Oh my god.
Just from knowledge alone, an Oni probably wouldn't even get the chance to set foot in the basically visual area of town.
That's the impression I got.
My anaconda, when Pseudo looks at the forge or anything, just whispers,
Real power is forged from desire smoldering in the heart. It fans into a flame and begins to burn with an intensity scarcely imagined to be possible.
I'm glad it's Darth Sidious the Snake.
it's actually, I'm actually fucking directly quoting Orochimaru.
I do not ever remember Orochimaru saying anything along those lines, but it has been a very long time.
Listen, Naruto's a very long show. So he could have said it somewhere in
If
there.
you think I'm shitting, look.
I don't think you are.
I don't
You're doing the
believe
voice
it.
convincingly enough. You're just Orochimaru's voice actor now.
Radical.
Have you ever heard the unfortunate legend of Darth Slitherus?
No, stop.
Have you ever heard of the tragedy of Darth
Darth
Snake
Slither.
the Wise?
Of Darth Anaconda, the Bun Master.
My God.
I say to the group as we're, quickly following the tracks, or at the very least headed in the direction of the docks. I say, as soon as we see them, I address the snake. Inform your master. Tell them to come.
Of course, you know.
It sort of gives, a small bow.
And Pseudo and Kaida, perhaps we can stall them until the rest of our group can arrive. Up
I will
against an
want-
ogre, I want everyone present.
So, as the snake and everyone hears the description,
Would it get faster if we cut it? Like, we just-
Well, it would take a little while for its whole essence thing to appear right back at
Well, if they
Pandora,
do,
but she would know.
yeah.
Yeah, like if it dies, she gets hurt, and she knows she can just summon it again.
Yeah.
But still, it's probably just wiser to know we are following the ogre first, and then try anything.
So, while you're hurrying down the street and trying to get back to the King Crab Inn before anyone else, you can actually see the large crowd of them just getting onto the docks pier itself. You could tell that even though they had a fair amount of equipment loaded up, that the half ogre, from what you could tell, was just carrying the majority of it strapped to his back. Same idea, like you see someone carry a refrigerator.
Oh, yeah.
So he's just, as you're getting closer, you could actually already see him just from the distance alone with the amount of stuff he was carrying, marching down the pier back towards the ship.
So they're almost there then.
Yeah, they're
Okay.
pretty much loading up onto the ship and passing by Pandora and Parcelus.
Alright.
Pandora would half know from just listening into my Anaconda's conversations. So I assume she kind of knows.
Yeah. As literally the group passes by, you can actually see a few women, but one definitely wearing a shawl, like in the description. Switch that over. And let's take a 5-minute break right there and grab some drinks and such. Since we're
At
I'll
4:20
be
p.m. Radical.
Oh yeah, baller.
Baller as
I've got a
heck.
box of I've got a box of shapes, and I've got a bar of chocolate, and I've got Coke. Set.
Excellent. I will be just a second.
Go heat up some more Thai food.
Thai food, Thai pancakes, one. the appropriate campaign for that.
I love it how I'm weebing out more than Pseudo is this session. Or at least, sorry, my Anaconda is weebing out.
I don't have enough chances to weep out right now. He weeps out best in combat.
Oh, destroyed.
What?
What?
What? What got destroyed?
No, Nick, you can't just do that.
I'm watching a sumo wrestling match.
Oh.
Oh.
I was like, oh, what? Something fucking happened? Is this it?
No. I was watching a sumo wrestler basically cheat to win the championship.
Didn't you just, like, move out of the way?
Yeah. It's considered incredibly disgraceful, but it's like the best move in the sport.
There probably isn't any meaning in life. Perhaps you can find something interesting to do while you are alive. Like how you found that flower. Like how I found you.
Jesus Christ.
I'm gonna steal Pseudo from Yuno. Using my Anaconda.
Dude, I don't know, dude. He's getting a little bit tilted.
Oh, but hear me out. Would you follow your senpai
All
to
day.
the grave?
All day.
But would you take another senpai that's also powerful and wise?
And why?
And
Come
wise.
to the
Jesus
dark
Christ. Oh,
side,
God.
Pseudo.
The Darth Plagueis could stop the ones he loved from dying.
Your senpai can
But
only
look
teach you
at those
so
Yuno
much.
tits, though, like...
But he could not save himself.
Oh, Jesus.
Your
Have you ever heard-
senpai can only teach you so much.
Also,
Have you
Have
ever
you ever
heard
heard of the tragedy?
Oh my god.
Yes, why?
What did I walk into?
we are on the
Dude,
same.
no, I was talking about Yuno tits, and you weren't here.
The tragedy of Darth
Darth
Senpai,
Snake
the
is
wise.
the wise.
No, Darth Senpai.
Darth Senpai the wise. Oh, it's Ben Solo's masturbation dream come true.
They could stop the ones they taught from dying.
He could stop the ones that taught them from dying. But he could never save himself.
From a tragic ending to
From a
propel the
tragic
plot.
Join me, Pseudo, and together we can rule the galaxy.
So
Or
this
this
is how
small bit of
democracy dies, with roaring
thunder.
applause. It's the best quote because of how cheesy it is.
Like-
No, it's not as bad as I don't like sand.
It's
I don't like-
rough
I don't
and it's
like-
coarse and it gets
I don't like-
everywhere.
I don't like sand. It's rough. It's coarse. It gets everywhere. Not like you.
He was
You're
on the
soft.
planet for like 60 years. Most
Fucking
of them-
even
Kid.
fucking then, most of his childhood was not even in like the sandiest location. He
I
was
mean,
living
his
in
house
like a
was
nice
a
hut.
sand thing, man.
Yeah,
he
it was
had
like
a
sand-
house and he worked in a junk shop. Like,
Yeah.
he had nothing to do with sand.
Exactly.
See now, Luke should have had that line. You know, he was he lived with his moisture farmer parents. He had to go all the way out there in the middle of the desert. I could see him hating sand.
More than anybody.
Something about
Did you
sand.
know? You know Anakin? He killed them all, the women. The children?
The younglings?
Even Darth Plagueis.
Darth Plagueis. Have I ever told you the tragedy? Yes, you have several times now. Shut up. That's
I
not
think it's
very
important.
nice.
Oh my god,
that you
Palpatine,
hear
just
it.
shut up.
I told you to call me Emperor.
If you don't have a seat, listen to the tragedy.
Unlimited
Plagueis the
power!
Wise. While we watch this bubble show in the middle of the room, I'll be forced to tell you the tragedy of Darth Plagueis the Wise.
Oh yeah, I did send it to you.
That's good.
Oh, here it is again.
Oh, it's another great. I love how he points his gun at the door like something happened. I mean, I guess they're trying to breach the door. Is it like slippery? Is it raining? That's what it looks like.
Thank you there.
I was watching this video of like the Romanian police trying to open up a door, and it's like in a really awkward corner. They're trying to use a battering ram, and they're like swapping out people. Nobody can do it. Eventually, they get a crowbar. They're like trying to dismantle the door.
Just
It
fucking
pans
plastic
back and
explosives.
shows the door's condition. Like the doorknob is just smashed in. The hinges are done.
Wow.
It's treason then.
Alright. Darth Plagueis. Little tiny bird. Alright. So, is everyone back?
Mm-hmm.
Some people call me Suto.
Others call you Pseudo-san.
You call me Darth Plagueis the Wise.
A Sith Lord?
Dude, I'm gonna hate Star Wars after this. I'll never watch any of them again.
Josh, do you have the recordings of the what was it? The original Zodiac game.
Oh, of course
Do
I
it.
do.
See, that'll make you hate Star Wars forever.
No.
Let me go
I
get
was
it. Let me go get
I
it.
was it the Do It thing?
Yes.
Yeah.
I was a part of that.
I mean, so hearing it again will make you hate it more.
No, Do It was probably the best thing out of it.
Do it.
Do it.
Do it.
Was it as bad as the tragedy of Darth Plagueis the Wise?
Definitely.
Darth Plagueis the
Oh,
Wise
Josh,
could
I'm-
stop those he loved from dying, but he couldn't save himself. Quite a pity, actually.
Oh my god.
So this is how democracy dies. Thunderous applause.
Under the leadership of Darth Plagueis the Wise, no less.
Here's something interesting for all of you.
Darth Plagueis the Wise was the first U.S. president.
Oh, what's this now? Okay.
It's the original series.
Hmm.
Cool. Fletch is in there, if any of you are curious.
Yes. If you are curious about the origin of Fletch, you can watch those three. They're extremely entertained.
That's right.
I'm also going to notice that Gemini seems to be a recurring theme.
Well, that's where it started.
That was where the original, I think, puzzle box joke started.
Well, the original puzzle box joke started in Warhammer.
Well, yeah, because it was just like the joke of how you keep not dying,
Somehow.
and how everybody else kept dying around us.
And the amount of characters that had died in that campaign, it was over 20.
And Fletch somehow lived through the entire thing. I have no clue how, but anyway. Back to the situation at hand. Pandora and Parsos, you do see the shelled woman going by, and she's heading for the ship's ramp to get back on the galleon.
The shoal figure.
Yeah.
Pandora will sort of, since my anaconda and her are so close together, she sort of, because my anaconda and herself are so close, she sort of quickly understands and soon scoots on, just slithers casually across the boardwalk and sort of keeps her tail out, as like going to trip her, and not really, but just.
All right.
So she's just
Like
sort of
an-
casually.
Like an oops kind of moment.
Yeah, like an oops kind of moment, and then she'll go and she'll turn around and catch her if she does trip.
All right. So, let's see. Go ahead and just roll me kind of like a stealth for that.
Stealth? Alright. Give me a second. Alright.
Whoops, an accident.
Because I would imagine your tail.
Oh, that's not bad.
All right. Yeah. So, she doesn't even notice your tail slip in the way, nor does anyone else. And she actually does trip right over. Are you going to try and catch her?
Yeah, so Pandora will sort of catch her, like almost like what direction is she falling? Is she going to fall into the ocean, like into the sea belly first, or is she going to fall onto the boardwalk backward first?
It's forward towards the water.
Alright, so as she's falling into the water, she sort of goes for like almost like a backward bear hug, to sort of catch her. Easy there. We don't want you falling in.
So, as soon as she trips and you catch her and say that, her shawl kind of falls off and it's got the nice long flowing brunette hair and the deep green eyes. And she kind of turns around a little shocked. But she just sits there. Thank you. I'm terribly sorry if I hurt your tail. I didn't mean to step on it.
Oh, it's not a worry at all, dear. Some people, you just need to be a little bit more careful next time. Pandora will sort of pull her up, but just sort of keep her in her arms for a moment or so. And sort of, and Pseudo can look. So she's sort of waiting on confirmation, is this the one?
Yeah, like if I am close, I would like nod my head. I don't know how far away we are.
They would probably be getting to the end of the pier. How's that?
So Pandora's just sort of like making sure she's alright, just sort of trying to pass a little bit of time so and Pseudo can get a bit closer. Why don't we get you inside? That trip could have been really awful for you.
Oh, thank you, but I need to make sure I pack everything first. I'll gladly come in for a drink with you after.
There's no need to be shy, dear. Please, just step in for a moment. The breeze is getting rather strong. We wouldn't want you tripping again on anything else accidentally.
I mean,
She kind of told. I'm not worried about that. I just wasn't expecting such things to be underfoot. I'll be more mindful after.
Now, there's no need to act like that. I know you're in a bit of a hurry, but we should really get that shock out of your system, dear. And she's still, again, she's waiting on, and Pseudo to give her the all clear or something like that before she makes any move. Otherwise.
So how close are we?
I would say you're pretty much like right there by now because the pier isn't that long and you're moving pretty quickly.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I would just give a nod, like to Pandora, like a head, like an up nod, kind of like, oh, there you are, and see the woman there, and be like, maybe put up like a hand sign to like like stop, but like wait, meaning wait, like, you know.
Yeah, Pandora will just still sort of just schmoozing on her a little bit.
Schmoozing.
She's laying down her snake tongue, sort of thing.
The snake charm.
Forked tongues work magic.
She's just kind of laughing, like, you're probably one of the nicest people I've met here so far, aside from the crew.
Oh, anything to help a lost little girl like you. We wouldn't make any... You wouldn't be trying to board this terrible ship in such bad weather. And she sort of holds her hand to the... She sort of makes a bit of a display of the wind. It's... So she'll probably use like a minor spirit of the tempest to sort of play around with that, just to play around with like the area around her.
You could tell she obviously keeps track of that, but also like she kind of tensed at something you said.
Yeah, I caught it.
And she's like, thank you. I'll definitely be right back. And she kind of like moves to hurry to the boarding deck.
Noticing that she's now beginning to move, Pandora will sort of I'm just trying to think here. What is a good option here?
So 5, 4. 3,
No, hang on.
2.
Okay,
1.
I think I know what to do now.
Alright, decision now.
Pandora will sort of she's going to use Spirit of the Tempest behind her on the boardwalk to try and shatter it.
Oh. Alright, so you...
Like, just to try and make a display of the quote-unquote storm brewing.
Right back.
That's gonna be a stretch, I think.
Yeah, it's gonna be a stretch if you want to roll damage for it, because it's obviously a pretty sturdy one, because it goes up to the galleon, and that's where they were loading stuff from.
I'm gonna have to think about this. I don't really want to use an Intimidate here, even though I could, because if I did that,
I feel
it
like
would
an
spook the
Intimidate
shit out of
here
everyone.
wouldn't be good.
Yeah, I don't really want to fight an ogre that's carrying all these weapons next to a galleon that's probably got cannons in it, next to a room full of sailors that probably have swords. That would probably be a very bad idea.
Not be good.
You can definitely see there's portholes that are shut right now.
Actually, just give me a second. Really considering my options here. I think I know what I want to do, but not quite.
You 2.
Okay. Pandora will sort of slowly here we go. Pandora in front of Pseudo, the 3 sailors, and who we believe is Flora, will shift into a very rarely used human form. Like this, her sort of lower half is completely, more or less exposed, and she can see these like intricate tattoos running around her legs, and very unusual, but very exotic and erotic piercings just sort of around the lower area. How about you take a night with me before you run off anywhere? We wouldn't want you to miss out on any of the local delicacies, now would we? And I'm going to roll a diplomacy, but if I fail it, I'm using a feint point for it.
Alright.
Oh.
Holy shit.
Fucking damn.
You are dedicated to the mission, surprisingly.
Jesus Christ.
Pandora has been. I should announce also that Pandora did get a message from Bahamut, or at least the spirits, that this is what she has to do. She has to make sure that this particular person, that could have the puzzle box piece that we're after, is kept nice and safe. So, let me have a look at my diplomacy. That is.
Yo, I'm not really ready for this snake sex that's about to happen.
He's in human form.
Yeah, I'm in human form currently.
Either way, I still know that there's a snake in there.
Don't worry, Pseudo, there's a
Okay, so I failed that, but now I'm going to feint point that.
Alright, so the first one you could tell she just kind of stumbles, but then you immediately like kind of catch the glimpse of interest, and I would imagine you immediately kind of like pull her close in, like.
Yeah, I pull her close enough that sort of if any of her maybe if her legs or something is exposed, she can sort of feel like the really warm body that I have. Just gently using my fingers to just run up her spine a little bit and play with her hair.
Alright, so yeah, you.
And yeah.
Oh, if there's anything else you wanted to add to that, but.
And finally, in front of the view of these men who have just seen this, very gorgeous woman, like, apparate in front of them out of this sort of half-snake, she sort of just leans in and gently presses a kiss in, just to seal the deal. With a snake tongue, of course.
Alright, so. As soon as you press in for that kiss, you could tell, like, Flora kind of raises her hands up and shock, almost, like, kind of try to stay back a little, but then once you just kiss her, she kind of just relaxes and puts her hands on your shoulders and kind of, like, squeaks a little from the snake tongue.
Good. And so now Pandora will sort of bridle carry her upwards and walk by the sailors. Sorry, boys, this one's taken.
Alright, so.
And sort of walks towards Yuno and Pseudo, still like lower half, more or less covered, thankfully, by by Felora's like clothes, and she sort of just gives a very kind smile to Yuno.
Yeah, I just immediately make casual small talk with Pseudo. It's like, the storm's coming in.
Trying to ignore the fact. trying to ignore the fact that the snake lady just got the person we're after without any difficulties.
You just hear that.
Yes, I can feel it in my headband. The storm that approaches.
Oh god.
Your headband is never wrong.
I followed it with my life so far. It has never left me astray.
I've done it, lads. It's over.
I'm spooked. I'm not ready. I've been.
I'll just put you there for now.
So they head upstairs.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
And the ogre is just kind of like, he's watching the whole way. And he just points after hearing both you talk about something like, that's the real storm right there.
Good.
Oh no. I don't want that shit.
My anaconda looks very, very very happy.
Oh no.
Oh, that's right, the anaconda's still on Pseudo's arm.
Why don't Yuno says to them, why don't you all look thirsty? Why don't we get some drinks?
Thirsty. Sure.
So we head in.
Okay. Yeah. If Pandora had strength, I would be doing a very infamous role that you yourself made, Josh, once upon a time.
Oh. Which role was that?
Rest in peace, Bed.
I remember.
I'm trying to remember.
I remember the sun well.
Stop.
Rip.
Was it to, like, whisk someone?
Rolling to break the bed.
Oh, no. Oh, I forgot about the
That must be some
That
intense
poor
lesbian
Google.
sex. Jesus Christ.
Dude, I don't understand. what
Pandora
kind of
has not had any for probably 10 or so years plus.
Oh no.
If it wasn't even the slightest bit violent.
Dude, like,
I would say diplomacy or endurance, and since it's been that long, probably a +5 if you want to really see how much you make noise.
Oh boy. I'll go off
Damn.
my highest of the two stats, which is probably
But
diplomacy.
after that, you won't get the +5 because you finally got some. But yeah,
So, okay, so I'm rolling for diplomacy +5.
yeah.
So that's a 15 diplomacy.
Holy
Go.
shit! It's gonna sound like bloody murder tonight.
Oh, definitely.
Oh yeah.
That's a decent-ish roll.
Yeah.
And she's also quite after. She's just making sure Philora is out of action.
Yeah. Yeah. Like,
So
I would imagine you go for quite a few hours.
yeah.
Midway through, I'm
Like-
gonna do something.
All right. So what will you do?
So as
Everyone's
that's
enjoying
going on,
drinks.
I probably give Pseudo like a little cheers with our like sake cups.
suck
And
it up!
I say to him and kind of the group if they're nearby. I say, I believe I will go and ask them to quiet down a bit upstairs. And-
My anaconda will sort of slither towards
Don't interrupt what you can't stop.
Oh, Jesus.
Fucking my anaconda looks very, very, very happy at the moment.
Yeah, let's stay focused, and I'll still move towards the stairs.
Oh no.
Stay focused.
As she approaches, as by now, as Yuno is approaching, she can hear the sound of wood breaking.
Wood breaking, screams, tearing sheets. You're not sure if
Says
she's
this-
actually killing her or doing something to her.
You're not sure if I'm killing her or if I'm killing her.
Mm,
There's a very fine line.
slaying her in another fashion.
Ah, slays.
Oh,
the
I mean-
pussy.
I mean, she is quite young. So I mean,
So, what would you like to do as she approaches the door?
Well, I will head up to the door. I assume in their haste they left it unlocked.
we did not leave them alone.
In a room, and in a inn full of pirates, it wouldn't surprise me if they did lock it.
Yeah, if there's pirates everywhere, and I mean 3 of them did see a sampling of the menu.
All right. Well, I mean, I guess I'll knock. I'm not gonna pick the lock.
Pandora.
There would be a perception -5. if Pandora wants to acknowledge that, or actually, yeah, just
I'll just acknowledge it with there's a polite acknowledgement coming from Pandora. Is that there's no need to bother. We're almost done here. And she can certainly hear that it's nowhere near done. But obviously, we can't have this amazing lesbian sex go on in the background forever. So, I'm gonna say probably after about 4 hours, I'd say.
Okay,
So probably
I'm,
when
I'm
it's
not gonna let it get that long. So I go down to the snake.
Nah, kidding. I'm
Your
kidding.
little
obviously.
snake down there.
oh god.
Yeah.
I slap its head and I say, "Tell your master to unlock the door or finish up immediately, or I'm gonna make some new boots."
My anaconda sort of vanishes at that, but there's no. But unfortunately, my anaconda does not listen to Yuno, and sort of reappears halfway through, looking very dazed. I think they're done, and with that, Pandora sort of opens the door again. Sort of opens the door now in a full snake form, sort of stretching out. She has a very, very pleased look on her face. Everything, she's kept perfectly neat, so she's like completely and utterly neat. She's cleaned off and everything. And she sort of dusts her hands off. Ah, yes, there you are.
I was wondering when you would come back up. She's quite alright. I've made sure she's unoccupied.
Very well. And I'll enter the room and close the door.
Oh no. Round 2.
Happening, boys. Happening, boys.
Yeah, so I assume she's just sprawled out exhausted or something.
Sweaty, exhausted, and out like a light.
And Pandora still has energy to spare.
Like,
There's a lot of fluid.
there's a lot of fluid. God damn
It's
it.
totally disgusting me, but anyways, I'm gonna...
No, there's an egg in the corner.
Oh,
Don't even
come
worry about
on.
it. Tis the season.
I guess I'm going to the kitchen. I'll be back.
Making an omelet?
This better not be happening.
I'm kidding.
I'm not leaving.
So Yuna will walk over with her scythe, standing just adjacent to her on the bed, and lean down as she's probably doesn't even notice me, and whisper in her ear and say, "Death comes in shadows." And then I'll just drive the scythe through her stomach. Straight through her.
Jesus Christ.
Uh,
0 to
well then.
600.
Yeah, fucking roll the coup de grace damage. Just
Is that like...
it's
What
put.
the fuck? The fucking...
Yeah, auto crit. Like what ability you choose to just savagely destroy this one?
33.
All right, so yeah,
Pandora will sort of. Oi!
Yeah, that's 66 damage. She
Pandora sort of moves to. Pandora sort of moves towards. Just sits next to Kaede. And just sort of. I'll take. Do you have anything along the lines of a strong rum?
we've got plenty left in here, and he goes and pulls out like unlabeled bottle. It's got skull and crossbones around the front of it, and he's like, they call it poison, but it's got a nice kick and flavor to it. It's spiced rum. And well,
I'm sure the smell of fish is strong here on the docks, but I imagine it just got knocked up a notch.
yeah.
Oh my god.
No, Pandora is a very sensible person. She cleans.
Okay.
It's the body upstairs that'll soon be smelling like dead fish in a moment.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
Jesus goddamn Christ.
in an interesting instance of after you drive your scythe through Flora, you can see her eyes open for a moment as she just glances at you as she...
I make it so it's so she at least has enough life to say something, like, as she dies. If she was going to say something.
So, with that, her only breath is, I don't want to go back. And after that, you get
Awesome. I'm just holding out the box, just waiting for her soul to slip back in.
So, literally after you see the life drain from her eyes and that final breath, you can actually see the blood that was starting to pool, starting to pull back into her body, and her own body starts to degrade. You see the blood and bone breaking down, actually slowly getting smaller and smaller, just almost as if it were completely evaporating as it broke further and further down. And right on the tip of your scythe, you could see the only remainder after her body completely vanishes from sight, and you just hear one last wisp of a sigh, is another gear piece in gold, like the one that had come out of Fletch.
Oh, nice. I attach it to the box and yell out, Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm just kidding.
Oh my god. This fucking...
Spirit of Yukimoto takes up.
I don't even Mm.
No, I'm just kidding. But yes, I I couldn't resist.
Alright, I'm out. He's leaving. He's leaving.
Back to the Shadow Realm!
Back to the Shadow Realm, Pseudo goes.
Yeah,
Come
so
here, boy.
Oh no. There's people over here.
I don't attach it right away. I just pocket it and quickly come downstairs.
Gosh, I don't like this. I saw those guys earlier.
Pseudo's been kidnapped, but anyway.
Well, no one really cares. Anyway, moving on.
Sir, your bitch got thoroughly fucked. No.
So,
I know.
before you leave the room, you actually notice that the clothes and a few other items that Flora had left on the ground before that had vanished, all but the ones that she had recently purchased.
Okay. I'll just like stuff them under the bed. Just like don't really care too much, and I'll leave.
They might have something in them, considering she's been around and about the town, actually.
I mean, yeah. I guess I'd search their pockets.
Alright, so the few pockets that you check, you actually find a few gold pieces, a couple of silver. It doesn't really look like too much. It looks like she's. You actually find the contract, and you can see that she had actually signed to be a part of Captain Teasen's crew, and she was actually probably going to leave when the crew had left port.
Yeah.
I managed to catch her just before that. And in the other pocket, aside from just the clothes, you actually find a wand of ray enfeeblement +1. And also just a very, very fine loot that had been recently purchased.
Okay. I mean, I'll take the wand because it's pretty concealable. But I think I'd leave the loot under, just stuff it under the bed.
Alright.
I don't want to be seen like, hey, you're wearing that chick's loot.
Don't salute.
Yeah.
Alright. So you just stuff that under the bed. That's all. Everything's obviously pretty disheveled, so you don't really think anyone's going to be too suspicious after what savagery had happened here.
Yeah, and the smell. They might want to let it clear a bit.
Yes, the wafting.
Just open the window a little.
Wafting out of there, down the stairs. And
Pandora orders a cigar.
they actually have them.
Oh.
5 gold apiece. They're good. They're the good cigars.
Pandora wouldn't smoke. It's against Bahamut. My anaconda smokes though.
Oh god, wait. Now I gotta go see if there is a cigar.
Don't worry about it.
I'm doing it right now. I'm gonna go look for it.
It's a side gag. Come on. Alright. I like how Soul is notably absent.
Just give
in
him a
all of
blunt.
That
Yeah,
works
well.
too. Damn it. Come on. Ah, these assets are worthless. There's no blunt. Nothing. Alright.
Just get a cardboard tube.
If they're using this one on this, but I'm not good. Screw it. I'll worry about it later. I'll get a cigar PNG for it. So, after that,
I'm glad.
you come down. None's really the wiser. You could hear everyone still laughing and talking about what they were hearing from earlier, and that it was the two women who had gone up.
Pandora sort of looks at Yuno for a little bit, and before sort of bowing a little bit, you're welcome.
Just to clarify it, because I wasn't really sure. Did you like totally ignore my orders, or was that your snake that did that? Or both?
Which order?
The one I told your snake that if you didn't open the door.
Oh no,
now.
he. I don't think you heard me before, but he said, "I'll go." He went up to go and check on everything, and then sort of slithered down in ecstasy, sort of going, "I think they're done." And then
okay.
You went up. Yeah. So he did listen to your orders. And
Just making sure it wasn't like
yeah.
your snake was being a doucher.
No,
Um,
no. My anaconda is not particularly an asshole, but so Pandora just sort of just gives a very courteous bow. You're welcome.
Yeah, she just says, not the way I would have done things. It ended
And
out okay.
Pandora
we
sort of, yeah, but we still got the piece and everything, yeah?
we still have business here, though. She looks at
Pandora-
the bird.
Yeah.
One more for the box.
Oh,
No. Pandora sort of looks towards, what, with the bird? Are you sure you
He's-
just don't want my anaconda to eat him?
He insulted my honor. He's a crude brute. He will die today.
By all means, duel, if you so wish. But this time I think I'm just going to enjoy
Where's Suto-kun?
No,
oh,
he's leaving.
He's leaving. No duels for me.
No.
He's turning towards my anaconda's side.
No. We're not dueling here.
In the end, it was the buns closest to it the anaconda desired. The truth lay at the core of its being.
I feel like Gadrin would be interested in this right here. Right here. Gadrin, get in there, Gadrin.
listen, he likes whiskers, but not that kind of whisker.
He likes a little bit of whisker. Get in there. We've already hit
Which
one
one-
sex
Which
today.
reminds me, this cat would probably be talking to the foxy lady.
I'm gonna just take a quick small break. I'll be right back.
Well, we'll look at the group and say, would anyone like to step up and defend my honor and duel that ruffian, or shall I do it myself? I will.
Isn't that a lot of effort?
She's playing the honor card pseudo.
Wait, what? My bad, fam. What? Who's fighting me? No?
I said, does anyone want to do the honors of defending my honor from that ruffian?
Which ruffian?
The Birdman.
The Birdman.
I explained how he roped me.
He groped you?
Yeah.
Where the fuck was I?
You were outside.
Oh. I'll fight this man.
Do it. Do it.
I'll-
Kill him.
Oh,
I
God.
got you. Hold on. Let me look into my arsenal of abilities, and I will use them accordingly.
You gotta do a formal thing though. You gotta do it official. Like, it's very common for two people to just take it out to the street and have a formal duel, like with swords or fists or whatever.
I'm gonna punch him to death. That's all I'm gonna do.
Right, Josh? Am I correct? That's a common thing, right?
Oh yeah, that's definitely a common thing here.
Okay, I'm gonna 1v1 him. Here we go.
So you pull off your silk glove.
Challenge you, bird.
I'll do. I'll pull off my silk glove. Look at that. It's silver and shit. Actually, I think that's a magic piece that he wears.
He looks at you approaching. He's like, and you are.
You've molested my shrine priest.
Ha ha ha! Nowhere near as bad as what my crew would do.
I challenge you to a duel. I'm having a lot of fun saying that.
He looks around like a duel.
Yes. A 1v1, if you will.
You don't even have a weapon.
That's okay. I don't need it.
Oh, this is going to be humorous. All right then. Shall we outside? And you could
Yes.
see the little bird jumps up on his shoulder.
Whoa. We teleport.
He's gonna sit the bird down.
As they pass, Pseudo, what was your style?
Fuck.
I mean,
I remember it.
because I remember you kind of changed it to what I had it as, but I just want to know what you think it is.
No, I didn't think I changed it.
Okay, and then as the Birdman passes, I say to the Birdman, I say, You face a student of the Kai style. I wouldn't be surprised if he explodes your heart inside your
Oh,
chest.
Jesus.
Oh my god.
Oh shit.
And I come out to watch the
Sorry
duel.
about that, gents. What's going on now?
Pseudo.
Having a
Uh,
duel.
They're having a duel.
Who is Pseudo and
Pseudo and
Bird?
Birdman.
Birdman!
Captain
This will be
Teaser.
good. Can my anaconda?
No,
eat
no,
the bird-
Harvey
eat the
Birdman.
smaller bird?
Attorney at law.
If you could stealth it, yeah. The smaller birds
Nah,
outside.
if Pseudo if Pseudo wins, my anaconda will eat Pseudo's headband. If Pseudo wins,
You'll eat.
my anaconda will eat the bird.
Listen, there's no eating my headband.
It'll happen, man. It's gonna happen.
And
Nora sort of slides out a bit. There we go. Just put her in a nice position.
you could see everyone who's in the inn having drinks. They're all lined up. Gadrin kind of follows suit. He's watching carefully. You can actually see the governor's hand. He even got up along with the blue dragonborn.
You're gonna have to win, Pseudo. It's your honor
Oh
on
my
the line.
god! He's fucking witness me!
No, you have to be weeby. You have to be weeby.
No, fucking-
Otherwise, I will out-weeb you this session.
Oh, dude, you're gonna have to get you're gonna have to outweed me. This shit's. Oh my god.
So, after getting outside, you see him standing on the docks. Lads, come on out. This is gonna be a good show.
Before they begin, I want to do something real quick to Pseudo.
Oh.
I say, bow down.
Oh, okay, we're bowing down.
Yeah. So he bows forward, and she kisses his forehead.
Oh god.
And I cast a heroic,
Lewd.
not heroic effort, favor of the gods on him, and walk away.
Awesome.
Hang on.
That's pretty personal.
Oh, do I have anything that can help?
Whoa! Look at that pirate lady.
Holy shit. Wait, what's up with this guy's hand? Oh, okay, that's just a whip. It looks weird. Yo, but look at this.
I like the recolored Ezio there.
Yeah.
Yo, Pandora, you gotta get this one. Look at her tits.
That's 10
No,
out of
it's
10 right there.
Yo,
She's
Slither-
not. Hang on a moment. Hang on.
Slither on over it.
Hang on. She's a home wrecker, not a lady killer.
Well, today you're gonna be a lady killer. Now get over. Slither in there.
Oh,
Adam.
my
You know
anaconda
it's
jumped
the lady
in
killer.
between
You
those
know what I mean?
buttons.
Front buns or back buns?
Oh, any buns. in fact, he just coils the whole form. Just the whole woman just coils up. Nice and easy. Kidding. Anyway. Coyote is still inside doing
whatever she wants, talking to the cat girl. Cat girl's trying to talk to Coyote.
I mean, she'll happily talk to her.
She's actually just fascinated to be talking to another kitsune. So with that, you could actually see Captain Teasen draw his sword.
He gets
Does he
into.
say anything? Does he hit? Like,
Oh my god.
This will be the day you almost killed Captain Pseudo Sparrow.
his name's actually his last name's Sparrow because he's a bird.
Captain Teasen Sparrow. Alright, so... Oh my god. As soon as he draws his blade, he's like... Is this good thing you got your last kiss from your woman over there before I run you through?
Oh my god. I think
Yeah,
I
that's-
might explode your heart, like she talked about. Not if we roll a 17, though.
Oh god.
Do your worst,
Alright.
Birdman.
So that he's gonna
God.
he's immediately gonna shift over one and do a double sting.
I thought he was gonna push him in immediately. I was gonna be like, wow, what a brave move.
So first attack, and then second attack.
Jesus. Okay, so first one. What's the favor do, Ken?
Let's
Okay,
see,
that's the
reroll on
attack roll. Okay, so the first one hits me, Josh.
First one hits. Alright, 13 damage.
Sweet.
Oh my god, Pirates of the Caribbean.
Oh wow, that hurt.
After he strikes and lands the other one, you could tell he's just kind of like half-hearting the secondary attack and just kind of like swings a little wider than usual.
Okay.
Come on, step lightly.
So I'm gonna fate point.
Oh,
Oh.
auto crit.
Okay, so I have one more left after that. So I'm going to. Oh, do I have it already on here? It should be. Yep. All right. I'm gonna daily him.
Damn.
Wow.
So it's 3d8. Jesus Christ.
And that's another 4. Right? Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my fucking god.
The wisdom modifier is still 2.
Are you out to kill the guy, or are you out to not kill the guy?
Oh wait, my wisdom mod is 4.
I think that's part of the honor of the duel, generally. I mean, duels were lethal. It's like an insult to your honor carried such weight that the person that insulted might as well just be fucking dead.
Mm.
So that did 33 plus crit damage if you're fate pointing, right?
Oh yeah, so I got another 1d6. Hold on.
Stack it in there.
I got a 1 on that. Okay.
Yeah,
Bro,
you immediately
Cast him in.
immediately bloody him as you just surprise him in this immense burst of martial skill and just slamming your fists straight into his chest. You could actually hear bones breaking.
Okay. So I'm gonna action point.
Oh my god.
Could I use 2 fate points? I'm blowing
No, don't.
all my load on this fam.
Oh my god.
Oh shit! Explode.
I'd say
heart,
save it.
explode heart.
If you want to dump your last fate point on it, go right ahead.
I feel like I don't know, man. I don't like this kid. He like mistreated my senpai over here. You know. You know what? Fuck him. I told Ken I'm blowing my load on this kid. Let's see which one's the highest damage here. Eternal Mountain. I don't have that in here.
Eternal Mountain. I love it when my martial art technique is called the Eternal Mountain. You stand still and just. Ooh.
Oh my.
So another 4, and then 6 extra damage.
Well, if it's a crit, it maximizes.
Sweet.
Auto
And then another +1 because he was bloodied.
Alright, so yeah, you actually like see Pseudo after getting hit once and him taunting even Pseudo and even trying to be a serious honorable duel. Immediately turn around with this unbelievable flurry of fists and knees straight to the Tengu's chest. You could actually hear the bones breaking, his blood spit up out of his beak, and he immediately falls down dead right there on the dock in front of him.
Can I like pull out his heart and turn around to his crew and fucking hold it up?
Yes! You literally just shove your fist right in, grab it, rip it right out. You see bone splinters fly out, pieces of armor breaking off, and as he falls down, and there's just a pool of blood now running over the docks as you hold up his heart for his entire crew to see.
And then after they look at it for a fucking second, I crush it.
Metal as fuck.
Damn, that is you went above and beyond, man.
God damn. So
And then I kick his corpse into this bloody water here. That will now be bloody.
fucking
Wow.
Beautiful.
with that, you can actually see the fish there in the
Oh,
water
shit.
come to surface from the blood and actually start ripping him apart.
Oh
and
shit.
chewing on him of what remains of him.
And I throw the remains of the heart in there, and I tighten up my headband.
As it flaps.
Flaps in the
The sun sets on your existence.
And then he turns around. And you know, the wind blows. It's very very reminiscent.
Is his crew just deathly silent? Are they like shocked? Oh my god.
The wind's blowing for you.
Oh god.
Hopefully that crow was not an important character.
I hope so too. But
Can
he's
I
dead
get-
now.
Can I get him into the puzzle box still? I
If
would
there's
have been
I
anything
think
okay.
you need.
That there's really not anything left of him.
No,
I mean-
well, I was meaning more his soul, but
This-
you know.
Yeah, so you would at least need his body on his
There you go. He's dead in the water. That's all that remains is a feather.
One feather. Alright. So, but after that, you've seen your apprentice.
Yeah.
My new apprentice, Darth Maul.
So they're all stunned and silent, like just whispering to each other as you see the rest of it pulled under, and the only thing left is the very fine hat with the feather pinion half shredded and chewed.
Yeah, you know, we'll just approach him and
High
just say,
five.
very well done, Suda.
Paracelsus will be in class.
Thank you, Master.
I believe we've made our point. And she'll glance over at the crew. I think it's time we leave.
He's got like blood all over him. He's like, yes.
You can, yeah, and you literally see like everyone's just thoroughly impressed. Everyone else who's in the bar is just staring in stunned silence, and you could actually hear the governor's hand as you start to walk away cheer like, "That's it! You show 'em why we should be feared here." Oh god.
As we're walking past, he's gonna point at the big titty lady. Right? So, not gonna say anything. He's just gonna point. You know, as he's walking by, just maintain the point. You know.
Is it? Oh, I see.
What,
Okay.
Scaring at them all? Or is he just like flirting? Which is
I mean, he could do both.
that's
He's the man who just ripped out a fucking bird's heart and then just threw him into the river. They could take that either way.
So basically, as you do that, you can actually see them all like staring back, but still scared. Some showing scared shitless flat out because you just literally ripped out their captain's heart, and then you actually see the one lady in red and metal armor.
Is she ready for the dick? Is that what that means?
She kind of just bows and tips her head to you with a huge grin on her face.
Whoa!
You're
That's
in,
probably
baby.
the second in command.
So you basically hear the governor's hand, CP. He actually yells out, "You're all welcome here anytime."
Woo!
You could-
Congratulations.
Oh god, that was fucking amazing.
Yeah, that was awesome. 2 fate points though. That's got to be something special.
Hey, that's super special for me.
Fuck yeah, he just intimidated the entire fucking crew.
Dude, I could probably run this crew if I wanted to now.
Yeah, we now have access to a boat, I think. We beat the captain, so now we are the captain.
Okay.
I don't think that's how that works, but
I mean, I don't think they'd stop you.
I
After all,
think they
you just
would.
Yeah.
I mean, like, basically, what's gonna happen is, so the captain just died. Most likely, this bitch is gonna take over. So it's like I would have to fight this bitch again.
You actually hear the woman call like, "Enough gawking! We have a lot of work to do now. Pack up your shit."
we're leaving.
Yep. Hey, you actually see the gnome. He's very sad. Even the lady that was with the governor's hand. They head out and start getting back on the boat.
You know what? I'll stare at this bitch. You know, in that kind of stare that would be starey.
Like the I want to get to know you better stare.
I don't know.
I want to slay. You sure you don't want the one that's further north?
I don't know, dude. This bitch is in charge. She may not have tits, but I could have access to this.
That's true.
You could have access. I need rear hatch access. Only you can grant it to me.
Oh no.
Here we go, boys.
So, with that, you can actually see the one that was guarding the walkway up to the galleon comes up and receiving different orders. She actually appoints the half-orc woman that was watching the walkway to the galleon. You can actually hear her appoint her the second in command now, and she's officially taken over the Sweet May galleon. And you could actually see the small bird flutter up.
I fucking hate this bird. I thought the bird was eaten.
No, it's not eaten.
It is escaped
Not yet.
to flutter another
So-
way.
While they're looking at me, I put my fist to the open palm of the other one. You know, in that way
Mm-hmm.
of the bowing, and then we
Yeah.
leave.
Okay.
Nice. I love it
It's
when
more
a plan
legit.
comes together.
It was more legitimate weeb than anime weeb today.
Yeah, that was good. We got a
Alright,
lot
man.
done.
Oh, yes, you did. So, will you be staying at the King Crab Inn now? Now that you've thoroughly
I mean,
cleaned
I
house?
basically got like free rent here, right?
Yeah. The governor's hand was ecstatic just from the display. You could tell, even though it was an honor. He's all for honor and decency, and also just the fact of being able to see such a duel. And also, you would also know that such events like that happening in any area makes an area more popular, because people, even peasantry, always want to see the duels happening. Good.
Thanks.
It's a demonstration of skill.
Didn't seem like you put very much heart into it, though.
Oh, so, I would imagine depends on where you go. After a few hours, you could see them all getting the ship ready to go. The rigging is pulled, and the sails are opening up.
Josh, take the turn order down.
Oh, that. Thank you.
I keep highlighting myself. I'm like, what the fuck is that? Oh, I'm gonna surge to 38.
I don't know about staying here. After all, too much attention is counterproductive to our goals.
I.e., dead body upstairs.
Well,
Oh.
there's not a dead body upstairs. There's just a missing person upstairs.
Well,
Oh, okay,
most
yeah,
of you
that's
would
actually
assume
pretty
there's a
bad.
dead body up there. You're not
Yeah,
sure.
none of us would know that, but Yuno says, "Oh, I took care of that."
Hmm.
But yes, I believe that we shouldn't stay here, regardless. Or at least I won't. I won't hold it against you all if you decide to stay here. But, it's we need to keep a low profile. After all, we're killing people. I will.
Did that barrel just move?
There's a bag.
That one. Did it just move? Oh, the ship is.
Holy shit!
Oh, Jesus! Run!
That's a fucked up ship.
They're all gone.
Yeah, they're all gone.
How the hell are they supposed to leave if this is in the way? Hang on.
What?
Oh, it's the helm of the ship. That is a very peculiar helm. That would be really not aquadynamic.
What? That's
A square.
it's still pointed. That's just the leading off the
Above.
square.
Yeah.
It's easier having more people.
Alright. Anyway.
So many tokens. Aren't you glad you did that?
Send them away. The
So-
seagull.
In total, we have redeemed Yuno's honor, and we have also got another piece of the puzzle box, thanks to Pandora's natural beauty.
And slaying it.
And forwardness, and no shame, and no fear, and no decency.
That just makes that
and,
no shame, no fear makes her more admirable as a person. As she said to Kaede in the chat, if you felt shame, you're not ever going to be intimidating because you'll just quiver.
Well, maybe next time a little bit less quivering upstairs, if you know what I mean.
Oh, I don't quiver. They quiver, dear.
God.
Oh.
You'd be surprised how much power a woman can have in the bedroom.
I wouldn't know, nor do I want to.
That's your own business. To each their own.
Regardless, I will be at the... What's the first inn we were at?
Hakudo, man. In
Kudo?
yeah,
Yeah.
Hakudo.
Hakudo.
I will be there. I need to meditate, commune. I will seek you all out, either there or here, if you are staying, once I am done.
Huh?
Is this agreeable to you all?
Of course. Though I have no reason to stick around here anymore, I don't think.
Ah, Pseudo seemed to make some new friends. She'll smile at him.
Headband Titan.
Baka.
No, I don't even reach up. It just tightens itself. You just hear like that. Like, what the fuck?
Blushes and nervous.
Josh, can we make
fiddles with headband.
Josh, can we make a specific magic item called headband?
Sure, why not?
Oh my god, it'd be so great.
Animated headband that tightens on its own.
I don't care what it does, as long as it's animated.
No, it flutters in the breeze even if no breeze is present.
There you go. It'll always flutter.
It's enchanted with the whirlwind property, so that the headband is constantly flowing.
And you can't be headshot because of the wind.
I can't hear you. The headband is very windy.
It'd be funny if you enchanted it with like some like crit no flying properties. Then it could be like the Naruto headbands that like protect their head.
Oh god.
Those things don't protect shit.
I mean, one time, it was scratched by a kunai knife, and it protected his forehead from a wicked scratch. So
No character in Naruto died from a kunai knife that was important.
I know.
They never hurt anybody.
Oh, I know.
They're unimportant pieces of shit.
Yeah, I know that. Everybody died from like world annihilating things. Okay.
So are we calling it there, Josh, or are we gonna keep going?
Unless there's anything else somebody wants to specifically do, I think we should call that there. So.
Yeah. That's pretty cool.
I got stuff to do, but next session, of course.
Of course.
Have a nice night, everybody. I'm sick. I need my sleep.
I really like the way I was all handled and the nice end result there with the captain.
Yeah. It turned out better
That
than
was-
even I expected.
Yeah, that was pretty clean, in and out. Dust your hands off.
I just knew that captain needed to die for touching me.
None may touch this form except my master.
And that master is me.